On Tuesday, Virginia voters are expected to cast their vote for governor in an election that has drawn national attention. Many look at this race as the first indicator of 2022 midterm elections that are just around the corner, as well as a potential referendum on the Biden administration, a good indicator where people stand 10 months into the new administration. A focal point of this election is where both candidates stand on the issue of education and parents' involvement in that process. This single issue could arguably change the course of that race.
And Terry McAuliffe, for some reason or another, doesn't believe that parents should be telling schools to teach. It's just absolutely nuts.
Schilling is the president of the American Principles Project based in Virginia and says parents have been outraged over growing concerns of critical race theory being taught in schools, and a candidate for governor who thinks they shouldn't be involved in what their kids are learning.
And the reason that this has been front and center in the governor's race is because you have a Democrat nominee in Terry McAuliffe who has said two things. He has said that he doesn't believe that parents should be telling schools what to teach their children. But secondly, he lied about critical race theory. He's been lying. He hasn't stopped lying. Terry McAuliffe says that critical race theory is not in our kids' schools, which is very interesting because in 2015, when he was still governor, the state school board association sent out a memo to every public school in the state encouraging them to lean into the critical race theory issue. Right. So while he was governor, so either Terry McAuliffe is so incompetent that he didn't know what his school boards were doing in his own state, that they were teaching critical race theory, or he's just a flat out liar that we can't trust.
Schilling says that his hope is to channel the recent energy of parents and to bring that to the ballot box to protect their kids' education.
Parents across the state of Virginia and across the country at large are stepping up and they're going to the school board meetings. They're holding their school boards accountable and they're making their voices heard. And so what we're trying to do in American Principles Project is to funnel that energy, channel it, and use it to productive ends to make sure that it doesn't just flame out, right? That it doesn't just die out. And so we are fanning the flames here. We're keeping this movement alive. We're directing it all to the right places, which the first best place to really send a message is to unelect Terry McAuliffe. Make sure that he does not get elected to the governor's mansion, and make sure that an alternative like Glenn Youngkin gets elected, because Glenn Youngkin sees the value in parents being involved in their kids' education. Terry McAuliffe doesn't. He thinks that you're just a blank paycheck to pay for all the bills for these kids, to pay his taxes, and that he can use to spend them against you, dividing your children against you. That's what this race comes down to ultimately.
The election for Virginia's governor will take place on Tuesday, with latest polls showing Republican Glenn Youngkin taking a narrow lead over Democrat Terry McAuliffe, since the question of education became central